I didn't ask you about that jacket from before. That's pretty fire, bro.
Yeah, good looks, bro.
Tell me about it. What is that?
When you're tough, you get the gear. You know? Feel me? When you're nice
The
like
drip
that.
guard.
When you're nice like that, you get shit like that.
Yo. All right, let's do this, right? Because you're one of the people that have helped me with my fashion sense because I didn't have any.
No fishnet tank tops and beanies, bro. That's it. No,
Shouts
no,
to Finny.
no jorts. No, that was me that said that.
Finny flames me.
Yeah, Finny. Yeah, Finny. Finny. No jorts. There's rules, bro. There's cardinal rules. You do not cross. There's lines you don't cross.
How bad were my fits like 6 months ago, and how much have they improved?
They've improved. You still got work to do.
I have a lot of work to do. Yeah,
they've improved.
You guys make fun of the jeans that I have. Bro, I have 2 pairs of jeans. Well, 3 pairs of jeans. But
Yo, don't make me weak.
my shits are from like 2015. I have no fashion sense, son.
It's all right, bro.
I'm getting my sneaker game up, though.
Yeah,
I'm trying to catch up like with you, bro.
Yeah,
I know you have
true.
all the kicks.
You'll get there. No, it's crazy because fashion, it's steadily changing, too. There's trends, there's trendy shit, and then it's just always, and there's something called a fashion pendulum, where it's like stuff that was in back in the day, or like 10, 15 years ago, decade ago, or whatever, was out of style. It comes back.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's called the fashion pendulum. You can look it up. It's a real thing, and it goes back and forth, and it swings back and forth. So like baggy was in back in the early 2000s. Remember like the DC shoes and like the boot cut and the bell bottoms and baggy like loose fit jeans are in now.
Yeah.
And like remember tight and fitted and all of that was in.
Yep.
And now that's like kind of phasing out. And like I roast Ralph for wearing tight clothes all the time now. You know what I mean? Like you see what I'm saying though? It swings back and forth.
Yo,
I'm serious.
I was hanging out with Dom one day. We went out to get dinner, and I showed up with like a medium shirt, and it was like a nice fit on me. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on, what size is that?" I was like, "Medium." He's like, "Bro, you gotta wear like large. Like, get out of here."
You see what I'm saying? Like fit is a good look. Like back then.
Yeah.
Like,
And the vintage wear is
right?
coming back.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
you always
Vintage
hunting
shit.
for these wrestling shirts now too.
Wrestling.
You got catching up to do when it comes to that,
Music.
bro. I gotta catch up to you on the
easy.
sneakers. You gotta catch up to me with the wrestling threads.
Fair enough.
Give me one, bro.
Yeah, nah,
Give
you
me
got
one.
it. You got it. Any type of vintage though, like music could be like like I got a Michael Jackson vintage tee, like Tupac vintage tee, just shit that's cool that I like.
Yeah.
Elvis, like whatever.
Nah,
So,
for sure. That shit's fire, bro. I love the way you dress.
thank you, bro. I
You're
appreciate
putting out
that.
some crazy outfits. I'm like, I don't think I could ever pull that off.
And
but-
it's like expressive too, because like I am an outgoing person, but I also love to look good too. Like it's it's like it goes with your appearance, and especially if you don't know somebody, it's the first thing you see. Like, oh wow, like he has like nice sneakers. He cares about like himself and like what he wears, and looking presentable or whatever.
Yeah, the sneakers make the fit.
For sure.
Or the shoes just in general.
For sure, absolutely. But you can't have like fire kicks on with some bullshit on either. Like you can't have like a weak ass tee, like some mom jeans on or something. You know what I mean? It's all gotta tie together.
Hey man, I wanna talk. I came up with this like segment and this episode. It's we're recording this prior to some of the games, but there's some guys that we're gonna talk about that are having some really good playoff runs right now. And it's always fun to do like either redrafts or ranking certain players.
I love it.
And just to see like where everyone's head's at. And we're going to do like an under 25 draft right now in the NBA. It's the heart of the NBA playoffs right now. Now, we're not going to do a full draft like many players. It's only going to be 3 guys we're going to talk about. But I'm fascinated to see where we go with this. So the 3 guys that we have, Ja Morant, who I famously called
J.A. Morante.
Ja Morante. And then Danny LaPriori, one time we're watching basketball. It was like during the tournament. He goes, "Hey, man, I didn't know he was Italian." I was like, I don't know why I was calling him that. But it's Ja Morant, Jayson Tatum, and Luka. Those 3 guys. If you were to start a draft, if all of those guys right now, like to start a franchise with, this would be easier. Who would you say you would take one?
That's a really, really, really good question. That's really good. Damn.
They're all so dominant.
They're
having
answer.
monster playoffs.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know Luka averages the most points in playoff history?
Does he really?
Yeah. After his last game where he had 35, he averages more than MJ in the playoffs.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Obviously,
but it doesn't translate to winning either, though.
Right,
so, like,
but also it's, this is his third playoff appeance.
Mm-hmm.
And this is MJ's entire career.
Yeah.
And all these players, but
just won his first playoff series too, so I'd probably go Tatum.
Tatum, huh?
Yeah, I'd probably go Tatum. It's for me. It's between Luka and Tatum. I think John Moran is still it's his third year, second year. Third year, and I don't know. I feel like he could still improve. Like shooting.
I was coming into this saying that the answer has to be Tatum or Luka.
Yeah, of course.
But it doesn't dismiss John.
No.
But for
not
this
at all.
conversation, it kind of does.
And what he's been doing thus far this playoffs, he's been playing out of his mind.
Question: do you think it's easier to find good guards than it is to find wings like a Tatum? I know Luka he's built like a wing. Mm-hmm. Like, do you think that? Because I feel like there's a lot of, like, to use an NFL comparison, like, I think it's easier to find
a running back
as opposed to like a wide receiver.
A wide receiver, yeah, that's fair to say.
Because think about also like when a player gets hurt in fantasy, right? It's week 8 in the fantasy season, and you lose your number one wide receiver. D-Hop gets hurt, right? Mm-hmm. The guy that steps in for D-Hop on that offense with the Cardinals, he's not going to all of a sudden get 12 targets like D-Hop was getting. Mm-hmm. It's going to go to Christian Kirk.
You're going to spread it around.
You're going to spread it around. Whereas like when Zeke goes down, you could pencil in Pollard for 20 touches. So when you pick up a guy off waivers and you plug him into your lineup, it's like the level of receiver to running back is massive.
It's a drop off, yeah. I agree with that because not every wing in the NBA is versatile. Like, a lot of them could do either or.
There's a lot of like 3-and-D guys.
Yes, exactly.
But they can't like drive to the cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't
create their own shots. Yeah.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when you're talking to something like that, give me the wing guy. Give me Tatum. You got Luka, again, once in a lifetime talent too. Guy's been a pro since 15 years old. Exceptional. I'm not taking anything away from him, but because of that reason, I could do more with Tatum than I can with Luka. And Tatum's play style.
Don't you think you could do more with Luka than with Tatum? Because Luka also is the point guard, and he can create his own shot.
Yes.
Obviously, defensively, Tatum is way better.
But he needs the ball in his hands every play. Tatum is more off the ball. He does take shots in volume, but he also has another guy who shoots with volume too, Brown, and they coincide together. It's hard. You've seen a superstar, KP play alongside Luka, and they shipped him out of town a year and a half later. Didn't work out. Luka's got to be the man. He needs the ball in his hands. And we're going to go back to the usage thing. His play style, just because he's averaged the most points in playoff history, and just because he gets triple doubles, and just because he scores 40 points, they're losing. They're not winning. It's not transitioning or translating to winning basketball. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're asking me if I'm starting a player or if I'm starting a franchise and I'm going to pick a player, it's going to be Tatum. I'm taking Tatum because of that. And he offers more for me in terms of a wing. Not in general. Luka, I think, probably does more.
Yeah.
Better playmaker. His size, he just bullies every point guard. Guards can't guard him.
Yeah.
You automatically at a disadvantage if I'm playing you and I have Luka, because my guy's just going to bully your guy, and you're going to have to send help, or you're going to have to get a guy who's not supposed to be guarding their position. They're going to have to guard Luka and come off of their matchup. But the wing in the NBA, if you have a skilled wing like that, or a slasher, or Tatum could shoot too, someone like that, and he's still in pro, bro. He's 24 years old, 25 years old. I don't even think he hit his prime yet. No,
yeah. I think he might even be younger than that, bro. Let me pull that up right now.
I'm going to go with 24.
Because I know he recently was like he was in South Beach when 23.
Wow.
He's 23, yeah.
Come on. And what's Luka, 24?
No. Luka is 23.
What about Tatum?
Tatum is 24. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Ja is 22. Yeah, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 1999, son. How wild is that, bro? I'm fucking here 31 years old. This is crazy. That's wild.
30's a new 20, they say, though, so you could go, I don't know.
Yo, I feel like you can find point guards.
We're not about to sit here
Trash John Morant.
And like say we can find point guards that do what John Morant does and Luka does.
Especially what as Knicks fans we haven't seen a point guard
Are
in
you
20
kidding me?
years.
Our fucking last point guard was good was Jayson Kidd at 38 years old.
Yeah.
It was when the Knicks were going to the playoffs and winning. Fucking Pablo Prigioni. Come on, give me a break.
Nah, but
I say that not trashing those guys, like taking anything away from them.
Yeah.
It's just Tatum. He's very mature. And I think he gets the advantage because he trained with Kobe. He's a Kobe disciple. Him, Kyrie, Devin Booker, those guys, they were like they would train in the summers together.
It's the last dying breed too.
You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't gonna get that again.
A lot of that ties into that too, and my decision too.
Yeah, man. I feel like I would probably lean towards Luka because I think what you said about him being a guard and guards can't guard him. I think that's huge. And with the usage, I like that the ball's in his hand. I think it's not translating to wins, not because of him, though.
Yeah,
it's because of everything else, right?
That's fine.
And I love what you said about how they tried it with KP and it didn't work out. And I love what Dallas did. They're like, yo, we're not going to try to beat a dead horse. Like, that shit ain't working. Let's get him out of here and try some new shit, you know? But I do think that Ja would go last in this discussion.
Yeah.
And it's not a slight to him one bit. I would probably go Luka and then Tatum because of the size and how ball dominant he is. Like, I trust, not that I don't trust the ball being in Tatum's hand. It's weird, man. I feel like I'm saying these things and I'm just picturing Tatum too, and I'm like, fuck, but it's Tatum.
You got the first of all, look at Tatum's size and what he does defensively also.
So I would give the edge to
Two-way
Tatum
player.
defensively without a doubt.
He's a two-way player.
So the two-way player aspect, yeah, man. But then the guard is such a crucial position too.
It is, but so my thing is also, right?
Game on the line, who do you trust more?
Tatum.
Yeah?
Give me Tatum. I think Tatum makes that shot more than Luka does. A game winner, without a doubt. What I was gonna ask you was, when do you give up? Like, when do you so you're in Mark Cuban's position or whatever, you're general manager of the Mavericks, and it didn't work out with KP. You shipped him out. Who do you know to go for next? And when do you know enough's enough? And maybe Luka's the issue, or not. I don't want to say Luka's the issue, but who do you know is going to fit with? How will you figure out who's going to fit with him and how that's going to work out? Because you're going to say you're taking Luka, and they already tried it because he needs the ball in his hands. Similar to Harden with the usage, like I said, it's not translating to winning.
Yeah.
So, how do you go about that?
It can't be another guard. It would have to be probably a big, like a versatile big, like a guy who. You know who might be dope with him? Like, Karl Anthony Towns would be someone that would be nice with him.
Now you're talking.
Like, that would be a guy, like a player of that mold, or like a Bam.
Bam. I was gonna say Embiid. Imagine him. Embiid,
yeah, but it would never happen. I'm
Right.
thinking like those guys might not also go. They're not rumored to be leaving, but I would have to think of it being a versatile big that could get his own bucket. That's why Cat came to mind first.
I got one for you. What about LeBron playing with Luka? How do you think that would be?
Man, the thing about LeBron is that he just makes everyone have to play his way. So, and I don't know, like...
That's true. Can he play someone else's way? He would have to. He knows to. I mean, he just came off second in the league in scoring at 37 years old. He's not showing any signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, kid's 23... and you're 37.
Like a healthy AD would be dope with Luka.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're kind of saying the same things though.
Right.
Like that's the player that I think would be. And you know what's whack is oftentimes you'll see like with Team USA, you'll see certain guys play together, And you can't use the All-Star game as an example because no one tries in the All-Star game, right? But with like a Team USA, you could see certain guys playing together and you're like, yo, you know what? That would look dope if Kyrie and Durant played together, or if AD and LeBron played together. But wait, what are you gonna do that with Slovenia? You ain't doing that shit with them.
You know who Team USA's best player was?
Tatum. Yeah. Tatum gives credit to Durant for the last time they played Team USA together. He was like, yo, there was like a play. I heard him talking about it on the pod. He's like, there was a play where I came down the wing and I had the ball. I came down the wing and Durant played it to me. And then I was wide open for the shot. He's like, in Boston, I take that shit 100 times out of 100 times. But with Team USA, I passed it up. And Durant pulled me to the side and was like, yo, dude, you can't do that. Like, we need you to, like, we're running shit for you for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, oh, okay.
Morning.
Yeah, about time.
Yeah, yo, but that's why that goes back to my initial argument with taking Tatum over Luka. He's easier to build around. He's more seamless. It's a seamless transition for him. That guy could play with anybody. You don't have to think about that when you draft someone like Tatum as opposed to drafting to Luka. Doesn't matter what style you want to play. So I feel like Tatum could play any style.
Yeah, it seems like you prefer the guy that is off ball.
Yeah,
because it's more.
He could play on ball too.
Yeah, but it's more welcoming to go play with a Tatum than it is with a Luka.
Can I give you a fair example? And this comparison isn't far fetched at all. Because in reality, after Tatum wins MVP next year, you're gonna see it's actually a lot closer than what people see for what it is now. But like Durant, right? When Durant left to go to Golden State and how seamlessly he transitioned into that team, no other superstar could do that. And just gel with another team and just win a championship like that. You know, it's easy to do. You got all these pieces and all these great players. It's not easy to do. People just think because you join forces, boom, you can win a championship. It doesn't work like that.
Like if Harden was to go to Golden State, they probably would have struggled because he's so ball dominant.
Tatum,
I get what you're saying.
Tatum could do. It's easier to say that, because it's a hypothetical kind of like idea, but Tatum could do that. I think, because his playing style is so seamless. Like it doesn't take much. You know, he takes his shots. He's on the ball. He's off the ball. He could play. He's effective either way. Defends, plays both ends of the floor, guards well for his position, shoots the 3-ball respectively. You know what I mean?
No, I do, man. I do.
That'd be my reasoning. Yeah. And I can't agree with you. I have to, you say right, I have to say left.
Yeah.
Because if we just agreed on everything.
Yeah.